Everyone knows McLean is where the wealthy live in Northern Virginia. You've got $40 million historic luxury estates, Fortune 500 CEOs, and just 2 stoplights to DC. But here's the thing, not all of last year's largest home sales happened there. We had a major $15.5 million deal that went down in a totally different county that most people don't even consider looking at. And today, I'm showing you the 5 neighborhoods where the ultra wealthy live. And along the way, it'll be clear why old money and tech execs don't always choose the same places. Now there's luxury and then there's ultra luxury. In Northern Virginia, the gap is wider than you think. But before we get into specific neighborhoods, let's break down what ultra wealthy really means around here. It's not just about the price tag, though that is a factor. Ultra luxury usually starts around $3 million and up, while general luxury begins closer to $1.5 million. But what do you get for that money? That's where things really do change. These communities have guarded gates 24/7, private access, and even package tracking systems. Security here is on another level. The lots are massive, ranging from 1 acre to 300 acres, and space matters. But what drives value is location. Some are close to DC power hubs. Others are fully tucked away in nature, giving owners total privacy. These areas are known for top-tier schools. Fairfax County leads the pack with 6 high schools landing in Virginia's top 10 last year. And Thomas Jefferson, it's not just #1 in the state, it's ranked 4th in the country for STEM. And all of this is happening because the region is built on significant economic strength. Northern Virginia generates $302 billion in GDP. That's 42% of the state's total. It's also home to more than 175,000 federal civilian jobs, which make up nearly half of Virginia's federal workforce. That kind of stability and demand is what keeps this market in a league of its own. Here's how the price ranges break down. Entry-level luxury goes from $2 to $3 million. Premium runs $3 to $8 million. Ultra luxury sits in the $8 to $15 million range. And anything over $15 million, that's your trophy estate category. These numbers match the kinds of buyers looking in each bracket. Now, let's move to the first neighborhood on our list. This area has been Northern Virginia's luxury gold standard for years. You'll see some of the highest price records there and the kind of closeness to DC that makes it stand out above the rest. But before I tell you which neighborhood it is, quick pause here. If you're enjoying this deep dive into Northern Virginia's luxury market, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I post a new video every week that show you exactly what's going on in different neighborhoods across the DC area. You'll get everything from market breakdowns to full driving tours, so you can actually see what these communities look like for yourself. Just hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything, especially if you're thinking about making a move. Now let's start with McLean. This place, it's not just expensive, it's where people go when they want the world to know they've made it to the top. McLean is the 3rd richest city in Virginia. The median household income is over $250,000 and the average is even higher, just above $300,000. That kind of wealth is hard to find in most places. Bellantre Farm is one of the top examples of what McLean luxury looks like. Its main property at 1288 Bellantre Farm Drive sits on 6.3 acres and is listed at almost $40 million. It shows the kind of generational wealth that defines this market. The Reserve is McLean's top gated community. It has 170 homes with 24-hour security. One estate recently sold for $8.7 million. It had 7 bedrooms and 12 bathrooms. This shows how much buyers are willing to pay for privacy, security, and service. Most homes here are colonial revival or custom modern mansions, and when we talk about the buyer profiles later, you'll understand why McLean attracts very different people from the ones looking at Loudoun County. Now let's talk about schools for a second. The Reserve is zoned for Churchill Elementary School, Cooper Middle, and Langley High School. These are some of the most respected schools in the area, and that school access adds real value to the homes in this community. Right now, the median home price in McLean is $2.15 million, but that's just the middle of the pack. Recent sales show how high things can go. A home on Bulls Neck sold for $25.5 million, and another on Chainbridge Road went for $17.5 million. These are the kinds of numbers you see in McLean's ultra luxury market. Many of the homes here range from 10,000 to 30,000 square feet. They sit on large lots and come with high-end features like wine cellars, private movie theaters, and much more. This is where you'll find Fortune 500 CEOs, top government officials, and families with long-term wealth who want both status and extremely easy access to DC. The real X factor, though, is McLean's deep ties to the Kennedy family and the fact that you're only 2 stoplights away from the Capitol. That kind of access is rare, and it's one of the biggest reasons this market stays so strong. What if you're looking for more space and more privacy? Let's head over to our next stop, where luxury means big lots, quiet living, and a whole different kind of high-end lifestyle. You ready to see what happens when luxury means space and privacy rather than prestige and proximity? Great Falls offers a completely different take on ultra-wealthy living. This is where a $3 million home feels like a private resort. Lot sizes here start at 5 acres. Great Falls is also the 2nd richest city in Virginia. The average household income is close to $400,000. That tells you how much wealth is packed into this area. Zoning rules are a big part of what makes Great Falls so unique. Most homes sit on at least 1 to 5 acres. That rule keeps the community private and stops overbuilding. It also protects the feel of the neighborhood long term. Smart buyers see this as a big deal because it adds lasting value. But we'll circle back to this when we talk about Loudoun County a little later. Great Falls is also popular with families because of the schools. Madison High School ranks number 9 in the state. It has a 96% graduation rate. Lois Archer Elementary is number 14 with 93% students reading at grade level. Thoreau Middle School is in the top 10% statewide. Most homes here are custom-built estates made for privacy and outdoor life. These aren't just big suburban houses. Many come with horse barns, riding arenas, and miles of private trails. If you want space to roam, ride, or relax outside without seeing your neighbors, this is it. Buyers also see the value in how the area has grown. Prices have gone up because of the limited land and the strict zoning. Census data says the median home value here is about $1.35 million. And Zillow puts it at higher, closer to $1.7 million. But even those numbers miss what the top end of this market actually looks like. Take this recent sale here. A home on Belvedere Branch Drive went for $3.23 million. That's a real look at what high-end buyers are spending today. Property taxes here, they're high too. More than $10,000 per home on average. That's because the homes are big, the land is large, and the services match the price point. Great Falls attracts people who want quiet living but still need to get into DC. Think tech founders, defense contractors, and high-level executives. These folks want space and privacy, not just a short drive to downtown. And thanks to the zoning laws, they know the area won't be crowded anytime soon. But maybe open land and rural estates just not your thing. If that's the case, then stay with me, because up next is where luxury meets walkable streets, waterfront views, and rich history all in one place. Now you're about to see a totally different kind of luxury. This one's built on history, charm, and walkability. Old Town Alexandria is where high-end buyers go when they want more than just a big house. They want character. They want a lifestyle you can't copy anywhere else. This area goes all the way back to the 1700s. The colonial-style buildings are protected by a historic district, which keeps the charm and feel of the neighborhood intact. What sets Old Town apart is a waterfront lifestyle. You get Potomac River views, a walkable downtown, and amazing restaurants and museums. This is nothing like the quiet suburbs. Here you can walk to just about everything. The market here is strong. The average home sells for over $1 million and homes stay on the market for about 20 days. On average, buyers are paying 99% of the asking price. That tells us prices are set right, and that demand is high, which is also going to play a big role when we break down buyer profiles a little later on. The homes themselves are pretty special too. A lot of them are old mansions that have been fully updated inside. So you get the charm of the 18th or 19th century on the outside, but inside it's all modern luxury. These homes feel like something out of a museum, but they work for real families today. Last year, the highest sale here was $4.3 million on Orinoco Street. Right now, there's a home on Prince Street listed for $7.4 million. That's the kind of price people are willing to pay for history, charm, and a spot near the water. And it's not just price, it's how fast things move. Homes here now are selling even faster than last year. That 20-day average is 8% quicker than 2 years ago. Most of the homes are historic townhomes between 3,000 and 10,000 square feet. Some even have direct waterfront access, which you won't find in newer developments. This area draws in buyers who want more than just space. We're talking about museum board members, diplomats, and high-level professionals. They want a home with history, a walkable lifestyle, and a story they can be a part of. What makes this place special is that you cannot rebuild it. The history, the architecture, the river, none of it can be copied. That's what makes Old Town truly one of a kind. Okay, up next is the most surprising luxury market in the region. It's the one that most people overlook, yet it delivered the highest home sale of 2024. Let's take a look at the massive equestrian estates waiting in Loudoun County. Now this part might surprise you. Loudoun County isn't what most people picture when they think of luxury, but it just delivered the most expensive home sale last year. The market is heating up fast. This year, 75 homes in Loudoun sold for over $2 million. The average luxury home price is $1.57 million. One property in particular made headlines. A 325-acre equestrian estate with a 1925 stone manor. It sold for $15.5 million. That kind of sale proves that Loudoun can compete with any luxury market in the region, especially when it comes to land, privacy, and one-of-a-kind features. Middleburg and Hunt Country are the heart of Loudoun's horse country. Here, people don't talk in square feet, they talk in acres. Properties range from 25 to over 300 acres and come with full equestrian setups, barns, arenas, and trails built for serious riding. No other part of Northern Virginia has properties at this scale. Take Littleton Farm, which covers over 150 acres with private trails and multiple barns. Some estates here are fully self-contained, offering everything you'd expect from a working equestrian property with high-end finishes and custom luxury. The 2024 numbers tell a strong story. Loudoun had 4,235 total home sales with $3.5 billion in sales volume. Homes here spend just 16 days on the market on average. That includes the $15.5 million sale at Bolingbrook Farm, $8.5 million for a 361-acre estate on Harper's Ferry Road, and $7 million for Littleton Farm. These homes are built for serious equestrian life, from the scale of the land to the barns, trails, and riding arenas. We're talking 100 to 300 acres, full riding setups, and the kind of space you can't find anywhere else that's close to DC. Buyers here range from passionate horse owners to tech executives looking for total privacy. Some come from old money families who want to create multi-generational estates. So what makes this market different? It's the land, the scale, and the fact that you're still within driving distance of DC. That combination gives Loudoun a unique place in the region's luxury landscape. Now that we've walked through all these incredible areas, let's break down who's buying in each one and why. This is where things come together, especially if you're trying to find the best match for your lifestyle. You want to know which ultra wealthy neighborhood might be right for you? Let me break down the distinct buyer profiles for each area that we've covered. Here's something most agents won't say. Each neighborhood attracts a different kind of wealthy buyer. Knowing who buys where is key if you want to make the right choice. McLean brings in political leaders, Fortune 500 executives, and families with long-term wealth. These buyers want status and quick access to DC. If you need to get to meetings fast, this is a place to be. Great Falls draws tech founders, defense contractors, and executives who care more about space and privacy than being close to city life. They want big homes and quiet surroundings, but still need to commute into DC or other job hubs nearby. Old Town Alexandria appeals to cultural buyers, diplomats, and people involved in the arts. These buyers want history, walkability, and the charm of a waterfront town that feels like no other. Loudoun County attracts horse lovers, tech CEOs, and families looking to build something long-term. They want land, space to grow, and the kind of estate that they can pass on for generations. From an investment angle, each spot offers something different. McLean gives you that name recognition, steady growth, and solid resale value. Great Falls holds its value because of how little more can be built out there. Alexandria stays strong thanks to its history, riverfront charm, and that one-of-a-kind feel. And Loudoun? That's the growth play. And all that land and room for custom estates, there's real long-term potential. The decision comes down to what fits your life best. If you need to be close to DC, McLean's the one. If space and privacy are more your thing, Great Falls is probably a better fit. And if walkability and charm matter most, you'll feel right at home in Alexandria. And of course, if you're thinking long-term and want room to build something lasting, Loudoun's where it happens. From McLean's $25 million gated homes to Loudoun's huge horse properties, Northern Virginia's wealthiest buyers have 5 clear choices. Each one attracts different people with different goals and lifestyles. The key is finding the neighborhood that really lines up with what you want for your future. So if one of these neighborhoods caught your eye today, or if you're just starting to look at what's possible in this price range, don't wait. Send me a message at rickhartunian@gmail.com today. Homes at this level, they often sell before they even hit the public market. I'd love to connect with you, learn what matters most, and help you find the right fit in one of the most exciting areas in the entire country. Now, knowing where the ultra wealthy live is just part of the picture. What really matters is how this market is working right now and what that means for your buying power today. I just broke down the big shifts happening across the DC area in 2025, and the numbers might change how you think about when to make your move. Click on the video right here to see the current market trends that smart buyers are already using to their advantage. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next week.